What's going on, guys? Here's some more 2012 NFL offseason talk because the Minnesota Vikings made a move a few days ago on Monday that surprised a lot of Vikings fans in cutting veteran kicker Ryan Longwell. Now, Longwell's been a very efficient kicker his entire career. He spent the last 6 years of his career in Minnesota after playing 9 for the Green Bay Packers. He's been accurate. He's been pretty much what you want in a kicker, but he is aging. He doesn't really have the best leg strength anymore. He's efficient from like inside of 40 yards, but he's not really great at long-distance field goals, and obviously touchbacks are a big part of the game, and Longwell is not really a guy who's going to get you a lot of touchbacks. So the Vikings surprised a lot of people when they did cut him, but now after a few days to kind of think over it, it kind of makes a lot more sense, because if this is going to be a 2 to 3 year, however long it's going to take, rebuilding project for the Minnesota Vikings, they would need to find a replacement for Longwell in the future anyways, and so it makes sense to make this move while the team is trying to create a youth movement and rebuild itself. And they did take kicker Blair Walsh in the 6th round, and now all eyes are going to be on him, because at first it questioned a lot of Vikings fans about why we would have 2 kickers on the roster and why we would take one in the 6th round if we already had Longwell. But with this cut, it makes a lot more sense now. Walsh had a tough season last year. He was a 4-year player at Georgia. He was only 21 of 35 last year after a really good first 3 years. He was 15 for 23 his freshman year, then 20 for 22 and 20 for 23. And then last year he kind of fell off a little bit, was 5 for 12 from 40 to 49 yards, but from what I hear, he has a great leg as far as strength goes, and so definitely one of his strengths will be on kickoff, be able to get some touchbacks, because last year the Minnesota Vikings were one of the worst teams in touchback percentage. They were 29th with just under 25% touchbacks, and now there's like 10 or 11 teams that actually had an over 50% touchback percentage, and you want to be able to create those long fields for your opponents, especially when the Vikings got to go against some tough offenses in the NFC North. Might as well give them 80-yard fields whenever you can instead of giving up short kickoffs, because Longwell, he was really not great at getting touchbacks. He could kick it to the goal line when they moved it up to the 35-yard line, but that's still returnable, and teams were able to get some solid returns on the Vikings. So this would definitely help the special teams, I think. And apparently Walsh was very impressive at the Combine. I didn't really scout the kickers when I was looking at Combine results, but apparently the Vikings saw something they liked in this Georgia kicker, and they took him in the 6th round. And so Minnesota has created the youth movement. It's kind of nice for a change, because as long as I've been a Viking fan, it's kind of always been about veterans, especially at the quarterback position. Everybody knows about that, but finally the Vikings have some youth on this team. They had 10 draft picks this past year. I'm looking forward to this season. I'll have a 2012 draft analysis video with the Minnesota Vikings. I know it's taking me a little while to make that video, but I'll have that out shortly. And what do you guys think about Blair Walsh probably being the Vikings' new kicker, and where should Ryan Longwell go from here? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.